everyone, it's time for our penultimate episode of Spooky Mania. And once again, I'm Captain Logan, and we've got Austin the Day Ghost.
How's it hanging?
And Robert has returned to run away from haunted cars.
Robert has returned from the grave, and very happy to be here.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you got out of there. I want you to send me the footage of your hand coming up out of the ground. Because you got to have that shot.
It's the ending of Carrie.
Yeah, and it's the Joker, and it's Super Shredder,
And Jaws.
I was thinking, like, specifically, like, grabbing somebody, like they're coming to lay flowers at his grave, and he's like, "I'm back, baby."
Yeah, I wonder how many horror movies have that shot with like a zombie or a vampire or just something coming out of the ground. There's got to be.
I mean, it's not the ground, but like that's the Jason shot. That's a direct Carrie homage.
Somebody must have made that YouTube montage at this point, right? Of
the greatest one,
100 arms coming out. Doesn't one of the Evil Deads do it?
It's the poster.
Yes. Okay.
But
now is it? Oh god, now I'm drawing a blank. Austin, is it Linda in the second one? Because there is a hand that comes out of the ground.
That's what I thought.
From somebody.
Yes.
Yeah,
but I was just thinking, like, specifically like that. Exactly what you're describing is that first poster.
Okay. What were you saying, Austin?
No, I was gonna say, but the best example of it is the alternate ending for the Carrie remake. Where instead of coming to the grave,
I didn't look at it.
Yeah, instead of coming to the grave and Carrie's hand comes up and grabs them, she's giving birth to her baby, and the doctors are delivering, and they're like, "Oh, I think it's coming," and then Carrie's hand comes out and grabs the doctor. It's so weird, but it is wonderful.
It's so spooky.
They should have.
Cap, I'm sure you've talked about this already, but in the one Lego. For the new Lego Batman game coming out, they have that shot, right, of the Joker, of his hand coming out of the water. It's great.
Where you see a clawed Lego hand. It's fantastic. I'm really excited about that game.
It's funny how fixated you are on that shot, because for me, I didn't grow up with 89 as much as you did, but I did have some of the trading cards.
Yeah.
And one of them was the Joker hand, and like that image has always stuck with me, specifically from that card. More than the movie itself.
We're going to do at least 189 commentary where we go through cards. And I say at least one because there's enough of it I could possibly get two commentaries out of them. Because there's, I think, 2 sets of them. And, you know, like Toy Lines would have like 2 sets, two or three, you know, sets of releases. I think the cards had that too. And
Star Wars had that where I had some from like they were mismatched, like I had some like that were cleared from 2 different sets.
Yeah, that'd be fun to go through them and read some of the backs and see what silly things are in there. But anyway,
especially if they have stats like Bob the Goon Intelligence 3.
I wish it was like that.
6.
I wish there was a game you could play with them too. That'd be fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Boombox Guy 9.
That's what I was gonna say. Lawrence gets extra points for like decibel level. Style, yeah. Every thug with sunglasses gets like an extra point.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so Chrstine is a movie that has been sitting on my shelf for 13 or... Do I have this upside down? For like somewhere between 13 and 15 years, and I've still never watched this. I borrowed this from my mom when I lived at my old house. And I just have never gotten around to sitting down and watching it. So this is my mom's copy. She showed me Stephen King movies when I was in high school. That was one that, for whatever reason, we never got to. Unless we watch it tonight and things that I start remembering that I have seen. I don't think I've ever actually watched this movie. Obviously, I know the premise. Obviously, I know the period, both the period it's made and the period it's set in. But I don't know a whole lot about this movie apart from the obvious stuff. And Robert, you said you've only seen it once. And Austin, it sounds like I've seen this movie maybe as many times as I've seen 89.
I don't know about as many times as you've seen 89. I don't know that I've seen a movie as many times as you've seen 89. But
No, I don't think any, I don't think very many people have really.
I don't think it's legally safe to.
Probably not. Probably not. I'll own that.
No, and this is a movie I didn't see until like I'm already doing videos on the channel. By the time I see this,
Really?
yeah, because yeah, like I probably see this in like summer 2020 to maybe 21. Because so I have it with me. I read the book. It's one of those things where I didn't want to watch the movie until I read the book. So I read that, and then I went, you know what? I got that knocked out, and I haven't seen every Carpenter movie, so I'm just gonna go through and watch all the ones that I haven't, and I'm gonna end with Chrstine, because I mostly had the ones that people don't like kind of left over. So I was like, I want like a good one at the end of the line, in case I have a really bad time. So I watched that, and I have my 4K copy.
Oh wow.
Funny
great.
story.
It's a good cover.
So when I originally bought this, I was like, okay, I'll go buy it on Blu-ray, and I didn't realize that I had two in my cart, so I got two copies, and I was like, oh well, I have two copies of this movie now. So I brought one to my mom's cottage, and then I went, oh, it's on 4K, and my only goal with 4K movies is I want to have Carpenter's full filmography because he's my favorite director. So I went, well, I'll buy this, and didn't realize I had two copies in my cart, and did the exact same thing with this version.
What?
I ended up with two versions of this too.
What are the odds of that?
On the same movie, I know, right?
It's like the movie is haunting you, but that is like the weirdest, most mundane way for a thing for karma to get you or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the universe is like every time you buy this movie, you're buying two of them.
You're buying two, yeah.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And I have the Blu-ray Steelbook, which is pretty nice. It's pretty plain on the back, but the front's cool.
Oh, that
it's
is
a nice.
Oh, that
piece
is
of artwork.
nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's got. I've never seen a Steelbook like this. I don't know if
I was
you
gonna
can
say,
read
what are
it.
the words on the bottom?
Yeah.
Should I read this?
Yeah,
On camera?
Sure, we're not doing nothing.
I'll take that as a yes. If you are looking for a standard vehicle, then Chrstine isn't for you. In her vibrant, hot, rod red and cream, the wonderful new Chrstine that actually kills the competition, literally. Think we're kidding? Believe it. Even in the smallest valleys, introducing the 365 horsepower, 350 cubic inch self-healing V8 engine, a machine providing the greatest display of her deadly history. With updated, self-inflating tires, front suspension, this new Chrstine really corners on rails no matter who you are chasing down. You don't just drive Chrstine, she drives you. Don't wait until some punk busts your glasses. Let Chrstine demonstrate to you and those punks what terrible things happen when they mess with the wrong car.
Okay, so it's a magazine ad as the cover.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's weird. I like it.
That's a strange
is cool.
choice for a steelbook. Like, it's cool, but you would expect that like on the back or an insert.
On the back, right.
You know, like maybe it's an insert piece that you pull out, but not the front. Like, as soon as I saw that it was on the front, I was like, why is there a 500-word essay on the cover? It's so strange.
Type it up, Chrstine.
That's great.
That's what you want.
Well, let's go ahead and watch it, shall we? Austin, any other preamble we need to do, or should we get right into it?
Oh yeah, the weird thing about the book is, like most Stephen King things, or a lot of his books, it's split into like the 3-act structure where it's like labeled, you know, like book 1, book 2, book 3, and the perspective changes with each act. In that 1 and 3 are first person, and the second act is third person.
Oh, that's
and I've always
weird.
thought that was a strange choice, but yeah, I thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say it's just changing POV, but it's changing
no.
tense. That's so weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, exactly. No, it changes tense just like midway through and then switches back for the
King
third act.
regularly gets away with breaking all the rules. Like, I bet I would read that and be like, I can't explain why this works, but it's fine. Like, I have that with him so often with stuff. Not to say that he's perfect and I haven't had issues with his books. Particularly the later King, it'd be nice if he didn't keep turning in first drafts just because he can. But with early stuff, especially, and not that I've read like a ton, but I probably read some 8-10 Stephen King novels. And you get things like in The Shining where he'll just jump heads in a scene, and I usually hate that. I can't explain why. It works fine there. Like, I can't explain it.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, and the big thing that I would say that this movie has over the book is what Chrstine is kind of overly complicated in the book, and the movie just goes, nah, evil car. Like, that's what people are here for.
I was going to ask you if there was any mythological explanation for what's happening at all.
There is like a sacrificial background, and it's not that the car is evil, it's haunted by the ghost of its old, like, previous owner. Like, there's like a whole thing
like
with it in the book, and the movie just goes, evil car.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what we're here for.
So it's sort of like a Child's Play thing, but not really?
Yeah, I guess you could put it that way. I'd never really thought about it. In a weird way, the book is the original Child's Play, and the movie is the remake, I guess. Where it's just, it's an evil toy in the remake.
Yeah. Yeah, because Child's Play is a spirit of an actual person, like, magically taking over an inanimate object.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd never really thought about it that way, but absolutely.
I've never even seen this. Look at me. Anyway, are you? Are we ready to watch it? Here we go. Again, I don't know why I've never bothered with this. I've always been curious about it, and it's in kind of the upper end of Stephen King movies people like. Wouldn't you say? Like, it's got to be in the top 5 or
maybe
at least 10.
Maybe not as much anymore, but maybe top 10.
I feel like it's kind of getting forgotten as time goes on, but it's definitely on the upper end, I think, for me, of King adaptations.
Like, I think, like, even Misery probably eclipses it at this point.
Oh, by like a lot, I think.
Oh, yeah, and yeah, in terms of just overall public perception, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and because I watch a lot of John Carpenter interviews and like panels and things, I saw a panel maybe like a year ago, and it was right after this. No, not after this movie came out. It's like a decade later. It's while he's working on In the Mouth of Madness, and they get to the part where they're like, okay, fans come up and ask him questions, and there's like one person that like berates him for making this movie and is like, you need to apologize for making Chrstine, and he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, it didn't work out super well. And I was like, wow, that is awful.
Wow, that sounds unfair. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, so we'll see if I agree with that guy. But
yeah, and I mean, this was like a modest success, but financially speaking, like, it wasn't a huge hit, but I think it made its money back.
Yeah, it's probably more on the like cult classic side.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and even the book
preamble, everybody. I didn't realize this movie was almost 2 hours. We should go ahead and get into it. But Robert, we'll give you the floor as soon as we start. Here we go. Make sure you're at timestamp 0. Get ready to press play when I say now. I'm watching it on YouTube. It is free there. The disc I have here did not look the best when I opened the box, so I didn't want to risk it skipping. So I went to rent it, and it turns out it's free, so I didn't have to rent it. So for folks that don't already have a way to watch this, go to YouTube. You can watch it without having to pay for a rental fee. And get ready to press play when I say now. Let me just check and see what it looks like at the start here, because I might not be able to sync up with everybody. I am looking at the old Columbia logo.
Yes.
Yep, same.
Okay, great. Here we go. Everybody, hold on. Go backwards. Go. Okay, I'm just going to refresh this, I think.
You had that disc for 13 years, never watched it. What were you doing to it in that time?
It must have been like that already, dude. I don't know. I couldn't believe that when I opened it up. It looked like somebody spilled milk on it or something. I was like, I don't know what's going on. All right, here we go.
What a good
Everybody-
night. I'm going to drink my milk and watch Chrstine. Oh, no.
Everybody, please press play right now.
Well, speaking of the Columbia logo, it's important to note, too, that he was working on Firestarter with Universal, and then the thing bombs, and Universal's like, get out of here. And then kicks him off that, and then this is like a work for hire job that he takes after that.
Which is funny. It's another Stephen King.
It's another Stephen King
project.
adaptation, and comes out only 8 months after the book, which I didn't know until today because I'd never looked at the dates.
Oh, it even opens like a commercial.
But what I was gonna say earlier was even the book though, like if you were to do a survey and ask people to like name Stephen King books or best Stephen King books, I don't know if Chrstine makes the top 5. Like I don't think it's as remembered as a lot of his other
Probably
work.
not 5.
Unless you're like
yeah.
unless you're a big Stephen King fan.
I feel like it's also one that gets referenced a lot in other Stephen King things, where like we will just put like that red car in the background. I feel like we do that as an Easter egg a lot.
This is a cool choice where we're just listening to an engine running.
Mm-hmm. And we got the John Carpenter font.
It's famous font.
Most things, no, that's true. In most things, this wouldn't be like unnerving at all, but it's one of those things where I guess you're supposed to come in knowing that there's gonna be an evil car. It's like anything else, you'd just be like, okay, there's an engine. I guess it's thematically irrelevant.
At least when we did the logo, you have like the hood ornament, so it's like some connection to like a car.
Yeah. Yeah, but no sense that it's gonna like kill people.
That's true.
Good job making it clear right away what period you're in.
Now, Cap, Stephen King comes up a lot on this channel. Would you say at this point you've read about as much King or more so than like the adaptations you've seen? Or do you think you've still seen more than like you've actually read of his work?
That's a good question.
Because I've never read any Stephen King. Full
have you not?
disclosure.
It's probably,
I've seen a lot of movies.
It's probably about even. Maybe not. Because no, it's probably not. I've definitely seen adaptations of at least a couple of things that I've never read the books or never finished, and I don't know how much that I've read very much that I haven't seen adaptations of. And I don't know if I've read anything that, or very much of anything that wasn't adapted. I would have to think about it.
Yeah. And my mom and my sister are big Stephen King fans. They've read a lot of Stephen King, so I'm very familiar with his work still. And I've seen a lot of movies based on his stuff.
My favorite King book at this point is probably 11/22/63, and that adaptation is god awful.
Oh, interesting. I know there's multiple. I know there's. Well, I know there's multiple cuts of that movie. I wonder if you watched the bad version.
Well, it's a miniseries.
Oh God, no! Was that not also a movie? I could be wrong.
No, that
I don't think so. I think it's only a miniseries.
It's a miniseries.
Okay.
With Frank.
I'm probably.
This is one of the last
things
Franco did before he got ousted in Hollywood.
That's right. Am I thinking of Room 1408 or something?
I don't know.
There's a lot of numbers.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of something different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think The Running Man is one of the greatest science fiction novels ever written by a guy who's known a lot more for horror, that I think actually writes science fiction better than horror. And of course, his science fiction stuff tends to lean a little bit toward the horror side, but I wouldn't call that a horror novel at all. Firestarter is much more of a horror novel, but it's still a really good science fiction book. So I always kind of wish he had gone more in a science fiction direction with his career. And I guess Dark Tower probably touches that realm quite a bit. I've never read any of that, but
So obviously visually, having it be the one that stands out as being the only one that's not beige is just a great choice, and that you immediately know it's different. Bad to the Bones plan, you know, you get it. But I didn't know until today that that beige color is like the actual color that they were made in, and that was kind of it. There was like two different colors of beige that they made the this car in, the '58 Plymouth. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool too.
I get why it's red, because red is the color of blood.
Exactly. It's bad to the bone, baby.
This car is blue, which is the color of water. I don't think that will actually matter, but
Well, blood is thicker than water.
that's not going to factor in any way.
Well, and we're about to see the main character of this movie who was in Jaws 2, which is a movie set on water.
There you go.
Yeah, it's true. I forgot he's in Jaws too.
Okay, look, lady, you're overstating things a little bit. High decibels is not the same thing as toxic waste, okay? Like, yes, they're both kinds of pollution, but I think you'd much rather have loud music, especially decent music, as opposed to, like, you know, the worst, most obnoxious rap you've ever heard, which is what people usually blare now. And, like, I don't know, some rap's okay, but the problem is when it's so booming that you can't even tell what it sounds like. You're like, this is
you went
music?
from being like
What is
get out of
happening?
here, lady, to becoming this lady. You had like a full character.
Have you ever had that though, where like you're at a stoplight, somebody parks or comes up next to you, and all you're hearing is all you're feeling is vibration, and you're like, I don't know what this actually sounds like as music.
Oh yeah.
Look, it's in the dictionary.
Well, and I think for a long time, Stephen King adaptations had the reputation of, oh, there are some good ones, but they're mostly god awful. And I feel like they're more even at this point. At least in my opinion, we've gotten a lot of really good ones in recent years that have balanced the scales a bit, because there's a lot of adaptations of his work that I really like. Now, and I mean, Cap, like if you're
That's
gonna
gross.
see one movie this year, watch Frankenhooker. But if you're gonna see another movie this year, watch The Life of Chuck, which was wonderful and based on a Stephen King short story.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Frankenhooker is also fantastic, but
This is the kind of conversation that should be left private, and I shouldn't have to listen to it.
ours or theirs?
No, theirs.
And either answer is correct.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, I feel like either works.
I was listening more to their conversation because I'm trying to pay attention to this movie.
That makes sense.
And as soon as he said hair in your mouth, I was like, I don't want to be in this car with these people.
There's some wild and crazy guys.
But I also
Yeah.
appreciate how immature and realistic that dialogue is. Like, I definitely buy those kids in that car having that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got our classic dynamic. We got Peter Parker and we got Harry Osborn. I guess he's like a mix between Harry and Flash.
Flash, yeah. What kind of name is Bemis? His best friend is Buttmed.
Bemis and Buttman?
Bemis
Is that what you just said? I'd watch that. It's a great show. Bemis and Buttmed.
These are the jokes tonight, folks.
You know,
Moontiara says,
you like immediately need to leave the town you've just moved to, where the teacher's like, "This is a good place to meet boys, young lady."
yeah, it's like even the teachers are really concerned about all of these children's sex lives.
I would guess that Bemis is probably a Twilight Zone reference. Time
Oh.
enough at last, Mr. Bemis, because that's a famous episode.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah,
I
could
forgot
be.
that was his name. Moon Tiara says this
I
movie is
I
really
would
good.
guess Stephen King likes that stuff.
Roboter's back when school stereotypes are in full swing. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that lasted all the way until the mid 2000s at least.
When Stephen King loves his high school stereotypes, or school
Well,
stereotypes, I guess.
It's funny that this is set in '78 because it already feels like this is an '80s a teen high school movie.
Hmm.
I meant to say a minute ago I liked uh, the kind of color palette choice for the opening scene to do the typical rose tinted glasses 50s thing, and then oh somebody died. You know, like it doesn't actually subvert expectations because you come into the movie knowing that that's probably what you're in for. But it's a good choice.
Yeah, one with the opening, it's also like pretty nice and subtle, where you have the guy, that gets attacked, where he's the guy that's kind of checking the models, and he's like checking out the back end of the car, and you see it like through the mirror, like the car's watching as this guy's checking her out, basically. And then when he goes over and like opens up the engine and sticks his hand in, it cuts his hand, like his fingers off, because it's he's reaching up her skirt. Stephen King also loves bullies that pull knives on people.
Yeah, this is one of like the psychotic Stephen King bully stories.
Yeah, and this guy's especially edgy because his knife is a black knife. You don't want to mess with a kid that has a black knife.
Well, that needs like
It blends
45.
in with his shirt and everything. Sorry, what were you saying?
I said, especially because he's 45.
Yeah, this is Smallville casting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely going for that Travolta and Carrie.
Mm-hmm. Well, even there, compared to Grease, it's like, well, I guess I buy him more as a high schooler in Carrie than I do in Grease.
Sure.
I love John Travolta and Carrie. He's so funny.
I was gonna say it looked like evil Fonz or something.
Oh yeah.
Get out of here.
I just say Fonz.
Which also makes sense, like in that I don't think Carpenter is really nostalgic for the 50s.
Mm.
So it's like, here's the evil greaser Fonz guy. He's got his knife.
Well, yeah, but we're not even in the 50s at this point.
No, I know, but like the Fonz is like a 50s thing. Like
Yes.
it's that kind of stereotype.
Yeah, it's true. He just he kind of has that hair, except he's also got mutton chops.
Mm-hmm.
And also in the '80s, because most movies in the '80s were written by people who grew up in the '50s. Usually, when you have like the bad boy bully character, they're like in a leather jacket and look like a '50s greaser, not like an actual '80s punk
That's a
or
good
delinquent.
point. It's not always smart to go back and look at the pop culture to get a sense of what things aesthetically or even like the attitude of certain kinds of people actually was like. Because I guarantee you, well, I mean, I don't know because I'm not there, so maybe I shouldn't say that. But I would imagine that any show about high school that you would watch right now is not what high school is actually like if you go into a high school right now. Because it's written by people that went to high school when I went to high school, and they're probably writing it a little bit more like that than they are the much more dysfunctional place that a lot of high school is these days.
I mean, I do appreciate that this is at least one story where an adult shows up. That's nice.
Yeah.
See, you can't
It
do that
drives
now.
me.
That wouldn't be believable.
Yeah.
You just hear horror stories all the time about how teachers aren't even allowed to discipline students in any way now. It's like as soon as you see, oh, you're going to, uh, what?
I
Sorry, what is it?
I assume you're allowed to stop attempted murder, though. I would guess.
Dude, I've heard stories where even that doesn't seem to really be true. I don't
That's
know.
fair.
But yeah, and then on top of it too, like Matthew Bass said, this movie is also very well. Just the story, I guess, is very about the evils of 50s nostalgia. But I'd say more in the movie, just because of how they reinterpret Chrstine.
Well, and that's why they do the kind of rose-tinted glasses look at the beginning, I bet.
Yeah,
It's like, you think this is what it's like, but it isn't.
Well, and I guess that's what it is, though, because that's set in the 50s, but there's like this dark underbelly to it.
mm-hmm.
And it's not just the killer monster, it's like they all have bad stuff that they're dealing with.
Now it really
Yeah,
feels
because
like
the
it's
monsters
Online.
like warped everyone's mind, like in the town too, and yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know they find it run down like this. That's cool.
Well, the funny thing about it is that Stephen King went, "Oh, I have a great idea for a short story about a car that it's like mileage goes backwards, and as it goes backwards, it like de-ages." And he's like, "I'll go write this," and then he wrote a 600-page book.
But Robert, what I was going to say earlier is the really unrealistic thing is if in a movie or a TV show you had a teacher that's like, you have detention after school, and the kid actually shows up. Just be completely unbelievable. Oh, see, I knew you were going to have the old hermit man
Oh yeah,
that tells them how to
Yeah.
make the car work. I knew that was coming. I knew we were going to have, like, automobile Cagliostro.
And
Yeah,
I know him from I know him from Home Alone. He's the old guy.
Oh, that's
yeah,
who
he's
that
the old
is.
guy in Home Alone. Yeah.
Wow. Well, he didn't age at all in those 8 to 10 years. He looks exactly the same.
No, and this character splits the difference where they're brothers in the book, and it's the original owner and his brother. And here it's just the brother of the original owner, but he's characterized more like the original owner is in the book, so he kind of splits the difference. He's asshole 50s man.
These kids are like, we were just talking about that this morning in our car.
Some things never change.
I'm glad to know when I'm old, I'll still be interested in all the same thing.
I can't wait for the Rob Zombie remake of this movie where they add
No!
50,000 F-bombs during this scene. This guy's played by Richard Brake, right? In the Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Where is my
100%.
eject button? Robert just
I know.
just gave me this like horrible mental picture that I need out of my brain.
I know Blumhouse has been trying to get this remade for years at this point. Like it's kind of in development hell. I don't know why they did remake it. It was called Halloween Ends, but I kind of don't need a remake of Chrstine.
Yeah, this is one of those, like, if you're gonna give it to anybody, give it to Mike Flanagan. He gets Stephen King. I'm looking forward to his Carrie miniseries next year. I hope that's great.
Well, I feel like the
Yeah,
concept
same.
is real. It seems like really in its time and place. So if
It's
you remade
that,
it, you'd
and
still want it to be a period piece, I would think. I don't know that you'd want, like, this car has been sitting here for 65 years.
yeah, I could see
Well,
them doing the it thing where like maybe the person's been driving it up into the 80s and then it kind of falls off and then they get it now, so it's like we just move it forward, but it's still like you wouldn't change the car, I don't think. But my worry is that you'd have too much CGI in doing it now.
Yeah.
yes. Well, and that's why I don't want another Blob remake, just because I don't trust whoever they get on that. Because it's like, no, you're not going to top the 80s one. Just don't do it.
I mean, it would be kind of neat to have like a modern Blob, just where you would have the differences. But like, I also don't think you'd be able to top the '80s Blob.
Mhm. And there are some Stephen King movies like Stand By Me and Misery or Shawshank Redemption that I really love that I don't think need to be touched.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
leave them alone. We're good.
Please don't remake a Misery or, like you said, a Shawshank or Green Mile. Like, don't mess with any of that stuff.
Mhm.
The Perfect Shining
got-
adaptation has still never been made, but I don't need it to be made at this point.
No, I think The Shining is like the perfect adaptation, and that they like perfectly shifted it to be a movie.
Yeah, sure.
I've always said that Stephen King only hates that movie because in his version he sees himself as redeemable and Kubrick doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's kind of really the big difference that shifts it.
But this is kind of to your point. I think a mini series in theory is more appropriate for that material for a more faithful
He just
version.
wrote a
I agree with
horrible
you
script
that
for it. He just adapted.
we just got a
himself
horrible
poorly.
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to your point, Austin, like, yeah, I don't need The Shining as a movie again. Like, it's great. Like,
No, I just feel like the main mistake in Kubrick's adaptation is that the hotel doesn't explode at the end, because it feels like all the setup is there, like in the book, and then it just doesn't happen.
Mhm.
That was always the thing that was weird
Yeah.
about it to me. Is just there's all the talk about the boiler and everything, and then you get to the end and it doesn't feature in any way.
have you seen
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Have you seen Doctor Sleep yet?
I
Cap?
still haven't.
Oh yeah, I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I want to. I just keep forgetting
No.
about it. Horror is always just not on my radar. Like, I just don't think to sit down and
Mhm.
watch this stuff.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
Doctor Sleep is like the impossible balancing act, and I do think it tumbles by the end of it. But the fact that it made it up until the end before it tumbles is like a miracle, because it has so many plates it has to balance.
Yeah, and
Where it's like-
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I like that movie more than you do, but it has issues.
No, I like that movie a lot. I mean, like, I think it has third act issues, but it's also a
Mhm.
movie where he has to make a sequel to the Kubrick Shining. He has to adapt Doctor Sleep. He has to adapt Doctor Sleep accordingly because the Kubrick Shining is different than the book Shining. And he also has to rework it in a way that makes Stephen King happy because he hates the Kubrick Shining and he's not going to sign off on it unless you like fix things about it. So it's like there's so many things that he has to balance.
And like I said, I think Flanagan is just such a good fit with King, with even if that's his weakest project. Like The Life of Chuck is just so pure, and that's like the perfect marriage of King and Flanagan, and I think a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Joke's on
And-
you,
and
it's the
Gerald's-
same car. hey, I wonder how many Plymouths they went through when making this movie.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think they had to maybe like make up other similar looking cars like to look more like it, because that was like a really rare car, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because part of the thing with the book was that it was like a car nobody cared about and like ever talked about.
Okay, this guy that runs this car shop, seems like an absolute
Yeah.
cartoon character to me, and I can't decide if he's intentionally or unintentionally hilarious. Don't interrupt me, punk.
Yeah, and he's got like a whole subplot in the book that goes on for a while that I don't think any of that is in this.
Honestly, this premise seems much more like a movie premise than a book premise to me.
That makes sense because
Like, I haven't read that book, and I'm sure it's great, but like it seems right for something shorter, and obviously something visual. Like, you can get a book out of that too, but it sounds like a novella or a short story before it sounds like a 600-page novel, just premise wise.
well, especially just with the car visually, like that's so much more expanded upon in the movie when we get there, as opposed to the book where it's a lot of just. And then Chrstine like drove forward into something, and then it went back, and then it drove forward. And like King's a good writer. Like it is tense when you're reading it, but then when you kind of think about it afterwards, having seen the movie, you're like, oh, Chrstine is like a horror presence is more effective in the movie, and it's probably because it's a visual medium and easier to show that.
Well, in all the senses you're invoking, like the sound helps a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, and again, I haven't read the book, but I feel like if you were to adapt this again, like I feel like the logical thing to do is to do a mini series and not a movie. That way, you could expand on it and to appeal to the fans of the book. But to what you guys are saying, I don't know if you need that. Like,
No, I don't know that it has enough legs to be a full miniseries. I mean, you could probably make a great miniseries, but I do feel like it would drag.
because Carrie makes sense to me. I feel like there's enough there that I can see that as a miniseries and working, instead of just doing another movie.
So I just want to say,
Which is funny because
Oh,
it's
sorry.
a much shorter book, but you could definitely expand on it more, I think. Sorry, go ahead, Cap.
Yeah, it sounds. I mean, again, I've not read the book, so I might feel differently about this if I did. But it sounds a little bit of a decompressed kind of thing, and he's done a lot of stuff that reads like that.
Yeah, and it definitely is. Like, it's very focused on its characters, and because John and I always argue about this, where he thinks there's a better adaptation to be made, and I don't. And a big part of it is just the book is so character focused, and you're with these characters for so long, and they're like really fleshed out. Where here, we cut a lot of that stuff, but then we also make the Chrstine part better than it is in the book, and that's more important to me at the end of the day for adapting this. So it's like, yeah, you could make the character stuff better in a remake, but I think everything with the car would be worse.
Time passes.
And to your point, Austin, it's like, okay, you could do a mini series to put all that stuff back in, or you could just read the book if that's what you want. That seems to be where you land on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I've ever
What I
seen
think too,
this,
like
that much like swearing and exposition before. Sorry, go ahead. That was pretty great. He's like, we did all of this in 3 effing weeks. Thank you for that exposition with an attitude. I also just wanted to say that the point of all that sex talk at the start of the movie is not lost on me.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely a nerd falls in love with his car.
Like he's maybe never gonna get laid, so he's
gonna get some
pivoting
tailpipe instead.
in obsession with his car. It's a thinly veiled metaphor that's not really all that metaphorical.
What's the modern equivalent? How do you make this premise appeal to the 2025 kids? Because kids don't care about cars anymore.
They got their TikToks.
I was gonna
and
say,
the
I don't-
TikTok is evil.
I don't want to talk about it on camera for a couple of different reasons. Like, it's depressing, and also I can't think of anything that doesn't just sound like really lewd and unfortunate. You know?
Yeah.
No, I said lewd. This guy is not a real person, and I don't even mean the character, I mean the actor. There's no way this person existed. This man can't have lived.
His head looks like the same as it probably did when he was a baby. It's just bigger.
How was this man a human being? I really like the way Carpenter's lingering with some of these shots.
Yeah, and I don't think we've really got much of it yet so far, but I think this is one of his more underrated themes. I
Oh, yeah,
really
the
like
music's
his Chrstine theme.
Yeah, I just need to go back to it more. It's one of those things.
Yeah,
And he's writing his own music like he does in his other movies.
yep.
And I'm surprised the cinematography isn't by Dean Cundy in this one, because it's got the same atmosphere and flavor to it as Halloween. I
Sure,
think.
yeah.
So I promise I won't go on and on about this, but there is a Voyager episode that just completely rips off Chrstine, that just is Chrstine, where Tom Paris finds an alien shuttlecraft that that he becomes obsessed with and is constantly tinkering with it and working on it. And then it turns out that there's like a evil AI in it that tells him what to do, but manifests like as a humanoid girl in front of him that nobody else can see.
That sounds great.
It's not.
Fantastic.
It's not a great episode.
Oh,
It's not a great episode. And it also feels a little decompressed. It's a little stretched for time. That episode's called Alice, and I think it's season 7. I think it's right toward the end. But that's all. I'm done talking about that. Because all I did when we did Creature of the Black Lagoon is talk about how that was a TOS episode.
This is like a TOS episode. They stumble upon this thing, and Kirk wants to have sex with it.
I mean, you're not wrong. I don't think I had any cause to bring up Star Trek stuff when we did 28 Days Later last night. I should say this real quick. I did go ahead and watch Years, and overall loved it. I
great.
was excited that it was on Netflix and really in the mood to look at that. And I never watch horror movies back to back like that, but I was too curious. I hadn't known. I went ahead and watched it, and it was visually mind blowing. But it's got a really good story. At the moment, I don't know which I like better, honestly.
wow. Yeah, no,
it's spectacular.
I loved 28 Years Later. I wasn't crazy about the ending, but I'll see how the next movie turns out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I have to kind of withhold judgment until I see the sequel, because it's basically just set up.
But it's really good setup, though, for most of it.
But if that sequel craps the bed, then I'm not going to go back and be happy with that ending, certainly. Or that last
Exactly.
Scene. I mean, like, the way the overall movie ends is good.
Mm-hmm.
You're just talking about the crazy thing that happens right at the end.
Yes, the last scene didn't do it for me.
I'm trying to decide if I can say a thing about that without spoiling anything for people that haven't seen it.
I'll just say, because I don't think this is a spoiler, it's just behind the scenes tidbit. The guy who shows up, the actor in that ending scene, was just in the movie Sinners, and he's
Oh.
the main villain in that, and he's great in that movie.
Mhm.
So that does make me go, okay, this could work because he's fantastic.
Well, I was gonna say is I just wasn't expecting a zombie Harlem Globetrotters. That's all.
I mean, there's a more overt comparison that would appeal to you, I'd think. But again, I don't know if you consider it a spoiler.
Well, that's actually why I brought that up, because I was surprised I didn't really, I can't remember anything I said. Didn't have any Star Trek stuff with 28 Days Later. I do have a Power Rangers thing with 28 Years Later.
That's what I was getting at.
But,
Yeah.
but that's not what I'm talking about. I have
Okay.
a different Power Rangers thing with that movie. I had a giant hilarious nitpick, which is at the start of that movie, in the post-apocalyptic future, there is a kid with a Power Rangers action figure, and he cannot have that action figure. It is literally impossible.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. That's funny.
I looked at it real close, and they did a big close-up on it. That is an Operation
Yeah.
Overdrive figure. He can't have that. It's not possible.
That's really funny. But that could inform the sequel, and that's all I'll say on that.
All you had to do was make it anything from Mighty Morphin to Lightspeed Rescue, and you're good.
Unless somebody dropped it from the States, because it's only in the UK, I guess.
Well, yeah, but they're completely quarantined. So they dropped it from an airplane?
Maybe somebody came in from the
Like,
States.
no, but they're totally quarantined. Like, we know no.
You can always sneak in.
Oh,
It would
good.
be
We got
so
a care package.
convoluted.
What's in it? Oh.
A Power Ranger. Oh.
When you see that movie, you'll understand how convoluted it would be for that to happen. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
I know it's batchy, brother.
What's happening in this movie, Austin?
Well, Arnie is starting to become a douchebag after he's working on his car.
Don't say that. Why say that?
I mean,
I don't think you can say that on this channel. It's fine. So what is it
it's
you were
corrupting
saying
them.
earlier, Austin, about this guy and his brother? Because when you mentioned that, I thought it was going to be like in the book, there were two characters, and in this, they kind of amalgamated them. But he keeps talking about his brother.
Yeah, so they mentioned the brother, but the brother died before the movie starts, and he's a character for a bit in the book and then dies.
I see.
And then he is the ghost that possesses the car in the book. While here, we just kind of took that character's personality and slapped it onto the brother.
And so they're not going to make it clear that that's what's possessing the car?
No, it's just an
No.
evil car. The movie's like completely sidestepping that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is exposition and lore that's foreshadowing what's gonna maybe happen later.
Yeah, it's just he's saying that like his brother had the car and like it also started to kind of corrupt him and make him a bad person.
Oh, yeah, because it was clearly killing people before he got a hold of it.
Mhm.
In this version.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So whatever is possessing it, if it's like a possessing spirit or something, could go back, a long time. It could be like hopping different things, maybe. Like maybe before it possessed like a horse buggy, and now it possesses cars. You don't know.
Well, and I am a big John Carpenter fan. He's also one of my favorite directors. So this is one where he just has such a distinct style that like I am watching this more from that perspective.
That car's got a
and
lot
not,
of miles on it. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
And it's down. It was at like 93, whatever before. Now it's at 88.
Is that so it can time travel?
As it's getting younger.
That's kind of a cool device. It's a cool idea.
This would be a great double feature with Back to the Future, I think.
Sure.
Marty, it's your car. It's gonna kill everyone, Marty. Oh, that's heavy, Doc. I want to see Marty be corrupted by Chrstine. Like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore, Doc. I'm too cool.
Marty, that car burned my house down.
Yeah, and I poured the gas, Doc.
And it
Oh,
somehow
no, the
made your
school's
uncle
gonna
go to
get
prison.
canceled.
I don't know how, but it did.
It killed Biff, Marty. Yeah, good.
I think Biff's over there waxing it, right? He's putting the second coat on now.
And then it closes its hood on his head.
It's like, no, Doc, this car is a town hero.
You know, in another timeline, this guy, like, enslaved the entire town.
Robotters using the radio in it to communicate is one of the best things I like with this that you just can't do properly without sound.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, again, having not read the book, this just seems like it's how you adapt a thing like that in, like, really using the medium to its greatest possible effect.
Yeah.
Is that-
Also, when
is that where we got the Bumblebee idea, do you think?
I was just gonna say that when I
wouldn't
first
be
watched this movie.
surprised. Yeah.
Like when I first watched this movie, I had this weird epiphany of, oh, there's a lot of the first Transformers movie in this.
Michael
So
Bay,
this-
you hack!
So this is where we shift to third person in the book, because we're following Dennis in first person, and here while he's injured, it now shifts into third.
Okay, we are 41 minutes into the movie. I want to know what the page count into the book it is.
I can tell you.
When you sent me a picture of that earlier, I thought it was like a pocket-sized paperback. I didn't realize it was
Oh no, it's
a tome. That's awesome.
beefy. That's why I was like, I pulled out this beast.
Yeah, I was wondering
Oh
why you
yeah,
said
Sucker
it
could
like
stop a
that.
knife.
Because the way you shot it, I thought it was just a real small book. I mean, heavy, but, you know, thick but small.
it's about 220 pages.
Look at the size of that book, you guys. He's saying 200 pages. Look how much book is left.
Yeah, and then the second act ends at about 480.
Oh, you were looking at the table of contents. That's why.
I was.
I was like,
Well, I started to go. I started to go
600.
through to find
was
them,
like a
and then I remembered. Oh, it's got a
1600
table of contents. No, I was just gonna scrub through it. I started doing it, and then I remembered that this book has a table of contents because not all of his books do.
Yeah. No, I just wasn't expecting that. Now I feel foolish.
Nicholas Bodo asked me if I've ever seen a John Carpenter film in a theater. I don't think I have. He said he just saw The Thing in a re-release and said it was awesome.
I saw a
my
Halloween
favorite.
re-release once, but that's all I've done.
Yeah, I've seen Halloween twice and The Thing, and both were really fun.
And I've only seen The Thing once. I've never gone back to that. I did buy a copy recently because my wife really likes that movie.
Oh, cool.
Very strange. I'll never understand that.
Yeah, and this is his direct next movie. It comes out the year after, I think.
And I don't mean because The Thing's not a good movie. I mean because my wife doesn't typically like things like that, and like she loved The Thing. And I'm one of those weirdos that thought it was just okay. Like I don't love that movie.
You gotta watch it again.
Watch it again. It's one of my favorites. And then watching this, I think it's just a testament to how good this movie is. That this wasn't a complete, just phone it in, bitter. Like he put effort into this. I appreciate that after what a horrible experience the thing turned out to be at the time.
And I don't think he really liked the book.
Right. Yeah, no, it took another 4 or 5 movies for the bitterness to really kick in. Maybe more than
No, so far it seems unfair if this isn't better remembered than it is. And obviously I've not seen this whole thing and we're talking over it, but like there's kind of an elegance to the way this is this is shot and
Yeah.
paced, especially. It's a lot weightier than it has to be. Like you said, Robert, just in being a kind of, teen drama, uh, teen thriller for that period, it would be really easy to phone this in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially because it's like the thing was such like a huge passion project for him, and then people hated it at the time, and it made no money. So he was obviously very upset about that. Has to take this as like a director for hire because he gets kicked off of Firestarter, and reads the book and is like, it's just kind of drivel. Like he easily could have just been like, whatever.
And that sucks he didn't get to make Firestarter, because
Yes,
that's
that
a
does suck.
competent movie. It's not great, and I adore that book. And he would have been right for that.
And
well,
his score is the only good thing about the remake. Yeah.
And the less said about that, the better. But sorry, Robert, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I don't remember now. But also, I never had this thought before, but this would be an interesting double feature with Halloween, because, like I said, that they're shot kind of similarly, but also with Halloween, you don't get a lot of like the actual high school life with the teenagers, and this is kind of an interesting comparison to that, since this is living in the school for a lot more of it than that movie is.
Well, and compared to the book, Chrstine, like he makes more into the mold of Michael Myers, where like it's just evil, like it's
the boogeyman of this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's also the shape. It's a shape.
Well, then it's like the shape of water, but with a car. It's the shape of metal.
Again, I'm really liking the slow burn of this. I like how subtle so far we're being just about like how the car is operating.
He's really good at atmosphere, and then like once we kick in, like it will really kick into gear.
Yeah, I'm sure, so to speak,
as you will. But like, but he is really good at like the kind of slow burn atmosphere picture.
Yeah, and I think if you were, and I don't know what the advertising for this movie looked like, but if you're pitched like evil car movie, this probably is not what you're expecting in the early 80s.
Well,
but it's also less schlocky than what you'd probably expect, just off of like evil car that kills teens.
Well, yeah, and I was gonna say it's probably not exactly for the audience you would expect, and the audience of the age that its protagonists are. Like, this probably appeals to a slightly older, more sophisticated audience, because I bet a lot of teens came and saw this and thought it was boring. Like, if you're priming yourself for, goofy, schlocky, oh boy, I'm gonna get to see, people get run over every 10 minutes. And then it isn't that.
You're expecting Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the schlocky evil car movie. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so you as soon as you're past this, and like you figure out how to save her or she dies or whatever, you drive it down a cliff, right? Like you jump out of it and you.
All I'm hearing is you don't believe in true love.
I agree. Yeah. No, if
not with
your
machinery.
car kills, if your car kills your girlfriend, you have sex with your car.
Well, and also, Robert, like, if the car was a girl right now, that's a very abusive relationship, so I don't believe in true love with that either. Hey, what I'm hearing from you is that you like vehicular homicide. That's... Which is really impressive when you can do that to a person that's in the car. You know, like interior vehicular homicide. There's some kind of sexual metaphor there too that I'm not going to explore.
You're not wrong. It's funny that also when you made the Shape of Water joke, because it's like that's not that far off. Like that's not that big of an extrapolation to do the Shape
No,
of Water for this movie.
it is just a straight up romance, like when you break it
Mhm.
down, and that is very intentional.
Now, if it's a healthy romance, that's debatable.
Mhm.
Uh,
Exactly.
I'm really
No, and
impressed that
somebody
you
in
guys
the
managed to make a direct connection between that and Creature from the Black Lagoon. Like, well done.
we did it.
I mean, this
found a
movie and
way.
that's amazing. That's the missing
I mean,
link. That's the creature itself. That's the missing link.
Chrstine is the missing link between man and car.
I'm just picturing like the chart of like the monkeys and then a car and then but I mean Arnie just said the car didn't make you choke. Like I mean who sounds more logical here to you? She's freaking out.
I'm very much on her side right now. That is the last possible thing, like correct thing to say. Good lord, I can't believe you said
That I agree with.
Also, like, I get that these are immature teenagers, but I still don't entirely get why a girl like this would even entertain dating him when you can see in his eyes he's only thinking about one thing. Like, you could just tell.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's not any iota of him that looks at women like human beings.
Well, yeah, and it's supposed to be like he's gaining his confidence as it's like corrupting him. So like that's where she like first gets it, but then obviously like when you spend any time with him, it's like, oh, you're like creepy.
Yeah. So the car is like the Black Spider-Man symbiote?
No, it's like exactly that. Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
it's 100% that. Yeah.
I did not realize that aspect of it.
Yeah, and that's the big
yeah.
thing that Halloween Ends crips from this is that Michael
Mhm.
Myers is Chrstine, and then the new character in it, Corey, who is Corey Cunningham. This is Arnie Cunningham. He is like being around Michael, and like the evil is corrupting him. It's like a whole thing. And it was weird with that because they were like, "Oh yeah, we wrote it," and then we went to Carpenter, and we were like, "Yeah, we basically just remade Chrstine. Like, are you okay with that?" And I'm like, I mean, he didn't make Chrstine. Like, he adapted Chrstine.
Yeah, it's really funny that they never mentioned Stephen King like during any of
No,
that. They just talked about it like
Boy,
just
that
a John
shot.
Carpenter movie.
and it wasn't, and it was like a director for hire thing too. Like, that's the funniest part about it.
Mhm.
I love what this looks like. I honestly expected
Me
this
too.
to be like you guys were talking about earlier, a little schlockier than this. And like I get that it's Carpenter. I honestly kind of always forget who directs this though.
No, I mean that's fair.
Well, and with like that early era of Carpenter, and the original, not the original, but like one of the plans for the Halloween sequels, as we all know, was to go the anthology route, which only really happened with three. But that is kind of how I view some of his early work, like this, and especially The Fog, where like if you just all you have to change is just set that movie in October, and then that's just exactly what I picture as a Halloween anthology movie, like as a companion to that first one. That's just how I
Well, he's got
kind of
such like a
view some of his early
specific
stuff.
voice for horror, I think.
Mhm.
Absolutely, and I can see where you're coming from with that. And if we do this next year, The Fog is my like number one. It is already like locked in because I won't not pick a John Carpenter movie. So I love that movie.
Yeah. So I say all that to say I think it's a shame we didn't go the anthology route with Halloween and just kept making Michael Myers sequels after three. But some of these John Carpenter movies do fill that void a little for me. I don't know if you have that, Austin.
I've never really thought about it like from that perspective, but like that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, this seems like a bad idea.
Oh yeah. I'm just expecting this to break out into a Grease musical number. It just has that staging to it.
Well, this is
I
that
got my
classic horror trope
hammer.
where
It's smashing your car.
this is that classic horror trope where we've already spent time learning to hate this man.
Yes. He's killing Chrstine, who has done nothing wrong.
And in a way, it's gonna kind of become like a like rape revenge kind of movie with
Yeah.
Chrstine,
Wow.
which is like kind of a
You're not
interesting thought.
I mean, which is, I guess, odd because, like, the car is already a killer.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you started with this and the car hadn't done anything to anyone, then it would just be kind of your typical revenge catharsis where you could kind of side with the car. But it opened with killing an innocent man who didn't really do anything.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't have prejudice on who it kills, but like now we can be excited when Chrstine gets revenge on these people.
Like, the restoration looks so good that it kind of. I'm not even a car person, and it kind of hurts me to look at that.
Oh yeah. And I think, he in the beginning of the movie, Arnie's like such a stereotypical movie nerd, but I do think this actor really sells that transformation. I think he's really good in this.
Same, yeah. No, I know because John and I were arguing about this today. Well, and she's also just straight up wearing a pink Power Ranger outfit. I just noticed that. But also, John and I were arguing about this today with Arnie, where he was saying, that he's got very little development. But I think his development's all really good. Like, we cut more for his girlfriend and Dennis, the football kid. But like, I think how they handle Arnie works really well.
He does feel like Peter Parker if he was just a lot hornier all the time.
Yes.
Well, this is Peter Parker if his parents didn't die and he didn't go with his aunt and uncle.
And he found the Venom symbiote instead of getting bit by the spider in the first place.
Yeah.
But I also like the idea that the Venom symbiote is the Spider Mobile.
I'd love that. That'd be great. That'd be the sequels where you get the Chrstine Venom that like comes in. And it's like, oh, it's scarier, Chrstine.
Yeah. Daniverse says both of the two leads of this film, Keith Gordon and John Stockwell, went on to become directors.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Oh God.
Well, that was kind of I wasn't expecting.
I think he's projecting.
And now
That's probably a reach though.
I like that as much as she hates the car, she kind of sympathizes with him for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think even, if you're in a relationship that's just kind of starting with this guy and you're like, oh, you're a little too into your car, I think you would still feel bad, like if it got trashed like that. I do think that's very believable.
Well, and even if she's pretty much just totally done with that guy after the really messed up crap he was saying to her the night before, like, if you have just genuine human empathy, like, you feel bad that this happened in the guy's car, even though you hate that he's so obsessed with it. And then you'd go, okay, we've had our funeral for your car, and now I'm never going to see you again. Okay, that's not the best dialogue that we've had in this movie so far. You've been disrespectful once too often, Mister.
But he's got that mustache that sells it. You're like, yeah, that's the type of guy that would say that.
Yeah. Well, it also doesn't fall, and I don't know what
That
the
guy's
parents are
trapped
like
in
in
the
the.
50s, in fact.
Well, also I don't know what the parents are like in the book, but here it's like that they're not. He's not the stereotypical like overbearing jerk, abusive dad. They just, I don't know. They just seem kind of incompetent, like as parents. Like, or they just don't. Because they don't see it. They don't come off to me like they were great parents to Arnie, and now they're like, oh, now he's turned into this other person,
They're
and we
just
don't know
typically
how to
strict and
handle it.
distant, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the mom's definitely like overbearing. I think the dad's just more or less like this. It's been, a couple of years since I read it, but like that's the whole reason why he has to park the car here is because the mom's like, I don't want you having a car, and your car is like rusted and gross. I don't want it in my property. It's like it definitely has some of that.
So I guess the moral of the story is that children shouldn't be allowed to drive until they've moved out of their house. That's what it's getting
Yes.
at.
The moral should also be don't buy a car that's older than you.
Well, generally that is smart, so you don't go into debt over it. Oh, here's that iconic shot. This is an actual iconic shot.
The actual iconic shot.
And very not subtle in with the show me line with what is going on in the scene.
Yeah, no, it's basically gonna take your clothes off. Take your damn clothes off.
Yeah, he has fully accepted that this is his girlfriend now.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know it could do this. So that begs the question:
Oh,
This
as
is
to
awesome.
why it didn't do this before. Like, why does it just sit around rusted for years?
I think it's like building power or whatever, like off of like
Yeah.
being with him and whatnot. But it's not like
How does
they
that?
get into it. Like,
How in 1983 does he pull that off? That looked really good.
So what it is they built rubber pieces and like crushed it with a hydraulic press, and then
They
obviously
reversed
it's
the
reverse
footage?
footage, but
Look, it looks
but that was
really
all
good.
rubber. Like that wasn't even metal. No, it looks great.
I love it.
Wow. Like I get what you were saying earlier about being worried about too much CG in a remake because you would CG that now, and I don't actually know if it would look as good.
Mhm. To your question, Cap, I guess I'm just. This is one of those movies that I'm just kind of looking at like less logically or like looking at it for like the inner mechanics of it, more of just kind of that old. That's just a big trope, whether it's like haunted books or houses, or where they'll lay dormant for many years until like the right person comes along. It just has kind of that quality to it for me
So if you watch it
that
more
I
like
can
a
just
fairy
kind of go
tale,
with it. Yeah,
It stopped putting on makeup because it had nobody to impress. But now she found her man and she's dressing up for him. Gosh darn it!
Yeah, and if I were to actually theorize why Chrstine hasn't like fully revealed herself to Arnie, so to speak, is I don't think Chrstine wants to freak him out. Because maybe that's happened before. Maybe it's like done cool stuff like that and made the owners go and run away. This car's haunted. I don't like it.
well, that
Like,
almost makes it
Yeah,
sound like the
especially-
That's my
central
interpretation,
idea
anyway.
would be different here than in the book because if in the book it's a like male ghost that's possessing it, like all of that motivation would be kind of different, right? Like it seems like
Yeah.
here it's actually the car itself is effeminate.
yes,
Yes, very much so. No, in the book it's more
it's named Chrstine.
he's like becoming that guy,
Oh my god!
and like that's the corruption. While here it's more like it's just kind of generally kind of corrupting him into a 50s greaser and like a more
Okay, so she's
generic way,
molding him.
but more like
Yes.
streamlined as opposed to being like bland generic.
Yeah, the way I look at it is like he's becoming the person Chrstine wants him to be.
Yeah.
But she has like a direct
just like an aura.
like
Mhm.
influence. So in the book,
Yeah.
is it does that part of it not feel supernatural, where it's more of a it's more of like a natural evolution of character?
Yeah, he's just like slowly becoming that guy, and because you live a bit with him, you get to see like certain speech patterns, and then Arnie starts to have them as he becomes more and more like that guy. So you kind of see it through that perspective. And we get kind of one token moment where he uses like one of those phrases, which is where he yells at his girlfriend after he sees the car smashed.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the one reference to it.
Okay. So so this is where, like you said, it switches gears, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Is,
now
So
Now
just
she's gonna
full
wreck
tilt, the
stuff.
car's gonna go do what the car's gonna do. See, I kind of expected this to be more of the whole movie.
Somebody out there must have edited sequences like this, but with the Herbie soundtrack. It was wonderful.
I hope so.
But I actually kind of like how long it takes to get here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sir, that's a
It's
lady.
still
you're
about
talking
more
to.
than just an evil car, even though that's your basic premise.
Mhm.
Well, and it keeps you guessing. There's a mystery to it. Like, I think that's all more impactful because I'm not sure what it's capable of. And so when it just full tilt comes out, pulls the curtain back, and says it can, like, within 5 minutes, it can revive itself and drive itself.
And we were talking over the exposition. Obviously, you talk about how it was different, but was the idea that the previous owner, the guy's brother, did he just die before Arnie shows up, or has he been dead a while? 'Cause
No,
that
he
part I don't remember.
sells. Oh, like in the movie?
In the
Sorry?
movie. Yeah.
In the movie, I think they say it's been like a couple weeks.
It sounded like
Okay.
it was pretty recent.
Yeah, it's more recent.
Matthew Bass.
So then
in the
I
book,
think they-
it's like
for the
he
white
dies
character.
once. He like gives up Chrstine and then like dies.
Okay. So I think Chrstine is in the state we meet her probably just because she's sad that her last owner is dead.
That's what I was going to say.
And
Yeah.
Arnie has to prove, that because she could just fix herself, but it's Arnie's like work.
Well, the
and
assumption
time
we're
with her
making
that
is that
I think.
she's, become like rusted over time. Like any other car would be. But I wonder if the idea is like 2 weeks ago she looked really good, and then
Yeah, I don't know.
Or she could have aged like with him, like as he probably slowly stopped driving and whatnot, and then
that was the
died.
other theory I was gonna propose. Is like she gives up when he gives up, and so like still likes him and cares about him, so doesn't like murder him or go off and find someone else, but just like lets herself fall into disrepair,
Yeah, she's not Dr. Manhattan.
and then this breathes new life.
Yeah. And like I said, I think it's really important.
Dr.
That
Manhattan.
Arnie-
You have to explain that.
She's not like trading up. Like, my
yeah,
boyfriend's
yeah.
getting old. I'm gonna trade up.
Yes.
Well, then Dr. Manhattan can turn into a car.
Hi, Harry Dean Stanton. I forgot you were in this movie.
And again, I might sort of sympathize with her. It's weird we're saying this because it's a car. A little bit more if we didn't see her murder someone in the opening scene. It's like she's already a killer from the very start.
It's just bad to the bone.
I just think
I
it's-
caught that part.
She's bad even.
I just think it's really important to the story that Arnie has to spend all that time with her and fix her up himself to like kind of prove that dedication.
Yeah, and I think in the book it's more of like a back-breaking labor too, where I think he's like physically hurt, for a bit after like putting all this work into Chrstine.
Maybe Chrstine is someone reincarnated who was like taken advantage of and horribly abused in another life.
Matthew Bass said he always assumed the implication was that Chrstine murdered the brother, which is interesting. Again, I don't know this movie super well, so
It's also just very subtle. Like even if we were like fully paying attention, like it is just like he died and we don't really know what happened. Like so it is just kind of left for interpretation.
But then it's like, does she kill him because she doesn't need him anymore? Is it
Yeah,
just
what would even the
because
reason be? It's actually less convoluted if he just dies of natural causes, and she's just lying there and
then she's sad
because she kind of doesn't care about anything.
Well, and they mentioned because he had a family, he had a wife and a daughter, and they die in the book. But the book, it's more of like an implication that is like some sort of weird sacrificial thing, and that's why he's got like the connection to the car. While here, it's what was happening to Arnie's girlfriend, where she starts choking, and the car. It's basically, I think it's like it might be similar situations, but like his wife and daughter, I think, kind of like choke out in the car.
Oh.
Austin, you haven't seen Let the Right One In, right?
No, I still need to.
It's very. I was. There's some similarities I hadn't thought about before, but I won't get into that. That is like the most depressing vampire movie ever made, but it's wonderful.
So there's just a lot left up in the air with this movie. It sounds like.
Yeah, and to me, just watching it as a movie, like that's not to its detriment. I don't feel like I'm missing information. I like what I'm given and just theorizing and thinking about it.
Yeah, because I do think Carpenter is like the type of creator where like you probably could cinema sins a lot of his movies to death like that, but like it doesn't really matter.
It's the same approach as Michael Myers, where like that's the point of the movie, that you don't get an explanation. It's just the boogeyman is just evil.
No, what if he had an abusive family?
Oh, now Arnie's turning into a Rob Zombie character.
Well, like I always say, it's about the intent, the motivation, inherent in the story. And so, if you can tell that it's supposed to be mysterious, then that can be really effective, as long as it doesn't feel like a cop out. And so then, like, you might prefer more of a character study, but that becomes preference as opposed to, like a mistake in the piece.
Yeah, and not to spoil the ending, but this isn't one of those movies that's like, we have to destroy Chrstine on the 7th day of the 7th, sorry, and under a full moon. Like, none of that. Like Austin keeps saying, like, it's just an evil car, and you don't have to think about why it exists or how it was made. Like, the movie's just not concerned with that. It's just concerned with her personality and what she's doing.
And I think it's the difference between someone like a Carpenter and a Stephen King, where King can often get like really lost and like bogging it down in explanation at times. And Carpenter's just like, yeah, evil exists, man. Like, we got to deal with it.
Well, it's as simple as saying he likes conceits more than Stephen King does. I think Stephen King gets worked up about conceits. And he'll do really cool things with that. But he'll very often not start with just, here's this wild premise. What if that was possible?
Oh my god.
He'll have to actually show you how it happens.
I forgot this bully on the left in the car is the zapped guy from Ghostbusters.
Oh, it is. That is who that is. And this is the year before.
Sorry, it just hit me. I was like, "Oh man, it's that guy."
No, you're good. But yeah, this is just the year before that.
Yeah, it's true.
So he looks the exact same, except that hair.
No, but that hair looks like what he would look like after getting zapped so many times.
Yeah. But yeah, Austin, what you just described is the difference between a Stephen King and an R.L. Stine.
Yeah.
It's the only difference, though. There's nothing else I can point to.
Nothing. It's true.
Yeah, this movie has a great soundtrack. And it's especially impressive that it picks like popular oldies that a lot of us are familiar with that are also communicating something.
Yeah, that's something that I think Carpenter's pretty good at is the obvious song choice.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It can be hard to find like the right song that is about the things you want it to be about, but is also a recognizable song. 'Cause that's clearly important to him with this movie.
But like you get like Don't Fear the Reaper and Halloween and like Superstitious and The Thing. Like their song choices when you think about them, it's like it's like really obvious. But like at the same time,
and those
they work
movies
really well.
and those songs are so in the background in those cases that like I'm never paying attention or actually thinking about them.
But I think with this story-wise, it might actually be. Tell me if I'm stretching. Important that they're the obvious song choices, Austin, because it's the stuff that would be playing on the radio. You know, like whoever is driving that car in the 50s, that's the stuff that's playing, and so like that's what the car would be familiar with. The car's not going to know the deep cuts that are on a record. They never play in the car.
Also, Chrstine on Fire is just awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, it's so cool. No, you're very right, Cap. And the book also has like a music motif to it too, so it is cool that they did capture that.
Now, I don't really understand the logic of how she's playing specific songs she wants to play, but I don't care. That's actually the most dated thing that has happened so far in this movie. The most 1983 thing I have noticed so far is just that sting in the soundtrack. When it's driving down the road, you just get. Now it just is the Halloween soundtrack.
Yeah, and this is the Chrstine, like the.
This is cool.
Yeah, I think it's really underrated.
It's like the money shot. This is what you're waiting for. Oh, and there's a body on fire. God.
But he deserved it, though.
Take that, 45-year-old greaser teen.
I wanted that to last a little longer.
I do too. Yeah, that's too
fair.
sudden.
I think they had to do it quick because they had to like quickly put Chrstine out. They had to put like the gel suit on her.
There's a guy actually on fire, but they run past him to put out the car.
Put out the car.
I can't wait.
It's like the end of.
I can't wait to see the reaction by this guy that can't possibly exist.
It's like the end of Nightmare on Elm Street where Freddy's suddenly like 40 pounds heavier when he's on fire with Chrstine. Like, oh, we gotta put the suit on.
We gotta suspend our disbelief or someone will die. I loved the gas station explosion.
It's awesome.
A real memorable looking shot.
That's how you know it's an 80s movie.
Yep.
Well, sure.
I'm pretty sure RoboCop was in the background.
Hey, it could have been the beginning of Romeo and Juliet. That happens in that movie.
Oh. I've actually never seen that version.
It's weird.
It's very weird.
Yeah, my
I saw
dad
it
and
in
sister really like it, but I don't know.
So that reminds me, and this is a real minor spoiler, but that reminds me of a thing, Robert, that's in Years, where they have a gas station shot, and they show an old Shell station, but the S is missing, so it says hell.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You gotta do that. It's a hell station.
Nicholas Bodo says Chrstine on Fire is
Oh,
something
the
Matt
shot.
Reeve used for the Batmobile. Yeah, it was like he's so looking at this movie with the Batmobile.
You know, you've got to be right
I'm
about
shocked
that.
at it.
But I
forgot about the scene.
I actually think it smoking like this is cooler. Is almost cooler.
Yeah. Well, it's all charred too.
So
like-
it's just-
I'm gonna get you.
Something's just the way he's filming it too. Like I love this just under it shot.
Mhm.
I don't care
Yeah.
how this movie sticks the landing. People do not appreciate this as well as they should. Just for cinematography, if nothing else.
Mhm. That's John Carpenter's career, man.
It's just
like,
a good looking movie. I don't know.
with the exception of Halloween and like maybe Escape from New York.
Is it
like,
cold? Is it hot? No, it's cold. It's air cold. Sorry.
It's damn cold. Oh wait, does he say air cold
air
in that?
cold. Yeah.
I have always thought he said it's damn cold.
I
I
could
did
be
not
wrong.
know that.
We'd have to go back and look at the subtitles. I'm almost positive it's air cold.
And as we know, the
Fascinating.
subtitles are always right.
Look, I don't think we'll ever know if it's exits or answers, Robert. We're never gonna know that.
That's probably my favorite running gag on this entire channel's history.
There are no
wonderful.
answers. There are no exits that way, Wolverine.
He's like, oh, I can get into this.
I love this
Being on a
broken
completely charcoal car is not so bad.
And I love what he's doing with the green glow from the dash. Like I was gonna comment on that earlier.
It's real spooky.
We are going to murder this cartoon character.
No.
Not Boss Baby.
And see, that was like ironic lyric choice. Because the lyric said she's not fat. That was clearly on purpose. This car is very efficient. Like it just kills people quick.
Yeah.
Does it
Nice,
do
good
anything with
sense, gets out.
seatbelts? Is there ever a place where it like pulls out a seatbelt and like wraps it around somebody like a boa constrictor?
Just like an Indiana Jones whip, like it's driving by and the seatbelt shoots out and whips someone.
No, it's the 89 shot where it like has to take the corner, the seatbelt shoots out, wraps around the lamppost, and like it's
It all goes back to '89.
Oh yeah.
I still have this disc on my desk.
Well, and that part earlier when it's going through the alley and it's too small and it's like crushing through, that reminds me of that part in Returns when the sides shoot off and it goes through the alley.
That. A whole decade before that.
Mm-hmm.
When Batman very uncharacteristically says, "Now I'm worried," but then has
I
button.
love that
love
part
that.
though.
But
It's
I
so
do
good.
too, except he has a button specifically for this situation. Why is he was? Oh, now I'm worried. I'm like, but you have
it's
a
not working.
button that will just like any other place where you've got a thing that will just directly respond to this. You're like, I'm not worried. I know exactly what to do. Oh, now I'm worried. Why?
Because it's not working. That is the most relatable Michael Keaton ever is as Batman. I love that moment.
Oh, I guess
Well,
that's
for-
true because Penguin's.
Yeah, because he flicks it and it doesn't work, and he flicks it again and he
Oh,
goes,
I forgot about that.
"Oh,
part.
now I'm worried,"
Yeah,
and then he
yeah.
flicks it again and it shoots
I'll
off.
rescind
Yeah,
that. I forgot about. Sorry, I forgot about that.
no, it's okay.
That's yeah.
Austin, my
I'm a bigger
favorite.
'89 fan than you, Cap. I know more about Batman Returns.
That doesn't make you a bigger '89 fan. That makes you a bigger Returns fan. I'm gonna do an '89 commentary where I watch them side by side.
Oh, cool.
Oh God. I mean, cool.
don't-
Austin,
I haven't decided what I'm doing Sunday yet.
no, Austin, my favorite scene like that, but it's at the end when Penguin's attacking him, and he says, "You're just jealous because I'm an actual freak, and you have to dress like," or something like that. And his response is, "You may be right." like it's him questioning all of his life choices that have led to that moment, and he totally sells it. Like, yeah, you're probably right. I don't know how I got here. What board game is that, Cap?
Risk.
Yes, that's
Oh,
Risk.
that's a boring one.
I only know that because there's that big Risk right there.
Oh, I can tell from the board.
Oh,
You know what it isn't, Austin? Mousetrap.
Mousetrap. I was almost gonna say they're playing Mousetrap, but they were not. They were actually
That
playing
was
a
off
board
camera.
game.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
Oh, imagine if you made like a Mousetrap movie, but like this, and like you see it like build up like
That's
Chrstine.
Awesome, like a horror Mousetrap movie.
Yeah, you're like talking to your girlfriend. You're like, I'm not in love with you anymore. I'm in love with Mousetrap.
I can't remember if on Cinemassacre if Board Games did Mousetrap.
I can't remember offhand either. I think he might have.
Because that seems like what they would.
But it might not be a full video. It might have been one of those ones when they start doing like an opening board game and then they get
Compilations.
into the main review. It
Oh,
might be
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those.
I didn't see all of those. I never watched that whole series.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like board games a lot.
I mean, I should
This
because it
lady-
has like an ongoing story. But like, I've seen the first and end of it, and then like, some things in between. But I
Yeah.
never watched all of it.
No, and I got Dream Phone from one of my brothers, and we played it quite a few times. I love Dream Phone. It's genuinely such a good game.
Did you really? That's so
Yeah,
good.
no. Swear to God. And I can't. I can't say this on camera because it's got a swear word, but I can't not quote that part when the phone goes like, "I know who it is, but I'm not telling," and he's like,
Yep, we're talking about this. Oh, I love how the scene is lit.
"Bam, bam,
This-
bam, bam."
You can't,
This scene is lit.
you can't
Captain
even
Logan
see your
2025.
face.
What's wrong with your
And
face?
the
It's
cars-
got no
The cars are
lighting.
coming.
Oh,
Do we know this actress from other things?
No,
I
not a
don't know.
fan.
no, this
Sorry,
is like
for a second I thought you said no, not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this lady.
I don't like this girl.
Not even like just as an actress. I'm just not a fan of her
She,
as a
she
person.
reminds me of like a few actresses from around this time, but I don't think I know her from anything.
Yeah. No, I see that. I think the only actor I know in this is just Harry Dean Stanton.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
You know who she reminds me the most of now that I'm thinking about it? And it's not the same actress, but just in the face, she's got the same kind of affect. She reminds me of the girlfriend from The Last Starfighter.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen that? She looks like that girl.
Well, isn't that one of the? Is that a video game Mania movie?
Yeah, we watched it for. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
watched it with me, but I think
Yeah,
just talking
yeah.
about
I don't
it.
remember it super well, but I thought we watched it.
It's good. I've got issues.
Yeah, I
with it, but
remember
it's good.
liking it. I just don't like it's. It's been a while and we talked over it, so I don't remember it super well. But I remember liking it. Oh my god, he's about to hit 88 miles per hour.
He's driving toward an unknown future.
look, I'm drinking and I'm driving, so you might as well. It's less illegal for you.
For you.
For you.
What is the most iconic drinking a beer while driving scene in a Stephen King adaptation? This or the John Travolta where he's like, "Hey, give me a beer, guys," and they throw him a beer through the window and carry.
I can't believe there's more than one. I wasn't even thinking about that. You're right.
Oh no, that's one of my favorite scenes in that movie. John Travolta's so funny.
I like that movie a lot. I haven't seen it in about 10 years. So
Oh, okay.
it's not...
I just rewatched it over the summer, so like it's more fresh in my mind.
I watched it right before the
I
remake.
just watched it a few.
When I did I read the book, and then like the day after I finished, watched that, and then the day after that I watched the remake.
I've still never done that.
No, that's an easy book to read. Like that's like 200 pages.
We're gonna need to finally do a commentary for The Running Man. Because that remake's
Yeah, I
coming
guess
out.
that comes out in a couple
And
weeks,
one of the
maybe
first
2.
things you and I talked about doing together was The Running Man. And I wasn't in a
nice.
hurry because it wasn't relevant and nobody was going to care. And because I was working my way through the book and I didn't get around to finishing it.
Mhm.
And that's a Schwarzenegger movie I still haven't seen.
Oh, it's really good.
It's fun. But I think that remake's got a chance it being cool. It's such a totally different thing.
Yeah, I hope the
And
remake's cool.
it's such an interesting director to do that.
Yeah, and I just don't know that source material very well, other than the basic setup. So with the trailers to the new one, I'm like, oh, is this different? Like, is this that? It's just so not what I expected.
Yeah.
A trailer to look
No,
like.
it's
I hope
going
it's
a
fun.
completely different way with it.
What's interesting that it's like the Bachman year because you have that and
Yeah.
The Long Walk just came out.
Yeah, and somebody mentioned The Long Walk in the live chat earlier. I loved it. I
It's really
loved
good.
that movie. And back to this movie, of course, Arnie's an alcoholic now because this is a Stephen King story. So you got to have the alcoholism.
He's like, oh, I'm around this car so much, I've started drinking and writing.
And we talked a lot about Chrstine being a lady and that angle, but like there is also like a drug addiction metaphor going on.
Well, that's where it's like the black suit with how we tend to do that now.
It's that substance that you have to have. Well, and it seems like with the car, it's sort of symbiotic too. So like
Yes.
that's another way in which it's very much like the costume.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like at the moment that he goes on his psychotic philosophical rampage, that other guy should be like, no, pull over, I'm getting out of this car.
Cap, he's walking on crutches.
His diatribe.
That's gonna be a
Oh,
problem.
that's true. That's true. That'll make it difficult. But once you start hearing that kind of a diatribe, like that's when the guy is way too far gone.
Now he's just limping. He's doing fine now.
Yes, I got better.
Do you think she can just erase her hood if you key something in it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. What's like how if you were to like carve words into like the arm of a woman, it would just heal back. And we just don't say anything for the rest of the commentary.
Asa, I just need you to do me a favor and never date anyone. Just stay away from...
No, it's a good way for them to remember like when the dates are. You're like, this time, this location.
You just need to stay away from the opposite sex entirely, Austin. Okay, I'm trying to do women a favor here.
Yeah, we're all trying to do women a favor.
Austin, you've ruined this movie because I'm more disturbed by you now than anything that has happened.
Now I am a Stephen King villain. Ooh.
Like, I'm gonna jump out of the car now. I don't care that I'm on crutches.
Well, I was
Sorry, go ahead, Robert.
well, I was expecting over the course of this commentary, Austin, you to like take off your glasses and like change up your wardrobe.
Yeah, exactly. I've been corrupted by evil TikTok.
Austin's gonna put on his Chrstine costume. He just has like a car suit. Look at me, I'm a car now.
Look at me, I am Chrstine.
Ridiculous says Chrstine would butcher Austin.
Oh, that'd be great.
I mean, I don't want that to happen, but I also feel like he kind of deserves it right now.
I mean, this is kind of a mousetrap.
They're gonna, yeah, it sounds like a whole Rube Goldberg machine here. They're gonna see, they're gonna set this whole thing up, and then they're not gonna bother playing the game. That's where it's going.
The old guy stumbles in. I'm still alive. Ah, he trips over and sets the whole thing off before Chrstine gets here.
Oh no.
I'm honestly really surprised this girl is still here in this movie. Like, I really thought we'd completely write her out.
No, she's like, we gotta do something about this. This is bad, man.
She's gonna be the final girl and rides off in Chrstine.
Yeah. Although Chrstine could technically be the final girl.
That's true. But not if it was the soul of that guy's brother in her.
No.
Then that just doesn't even
Doesn't work in the book.
Then it's just masquerading as a feminine motor vehicle.
Yeah, and that's no good.
The big reveal at the end is we thought the name was Chrstine, but it's actually Chris. All these
I think
people have
this
been
jump
murdered
scare
by
is specifically in the
Chris.
book, if I remember right.
What's that?
And I think this jump scare is directly in the book, where they go to
interesting.
close the door, and Christine's just already in there with them.
I thought you were gonna say it's revealed that the car's name is Chris.
Oh yeah, no.
in the book.
That just turns into the ending of Sleepaway Camp with Christine.
That's right over my head. I don't even know what that is.
Well, one day I will show you that movie, Cap.
Is that like a best or
'Cause
the
it's
worst kind
wonderful.
of movie, or is that like a legit?
No, it's still like
It's
a
too
legit
good for
good
that.
movie.
Okay.
Yeah. It's it's probably like on the same level as like a Friday the 13th. I like Sleepaway Camp more than Friday the 13th personally, but it's probably like about on that level.
I just don't know how you could even kill this car if it can just keep inflating itself back.
Well, now
drive it into a volcano.
it's got like teeth on the front, like from smashing in the front. Like, it's so cool. It's got jaws.
So now it's turning itself into a horror monster on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is cool. I still don't get why my mom just didn't show me this when I was in high school and she was showing me Stephen King stuff.
It's just never got around to it, or maybe like, does she really like this movie, or is it
Yeah.
like kind of a?
That's why she
Oh,
linked
okay.
it to me. She was trying to get me to watch it.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know then. I was gonna say maybe it's just one she's not as big on.
No, I think this one she likes quite a bit, but
She probably hasn't seen it in 13 years.
And now she can't when you give it back to her because
if I
there's
give it
milk
back to
all
her,
over the
it's got
disc.
milk on it. I don't know. I've never opened that case. Okay, it wasn't my milk. Like I. So it's entirely possible the last time she watched it, it was skipping, and she forgot about that and lent it to me.
Maybe she was like, "Oh, I'll give him a drink with the movie and like put like some milk in there for you to drink with it," and it's just been fermenting all these years.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just kidding. It's not actually milk. Sometimes I say
That just
things
raises
just to
more
make.
questions than answers.
Sometimes I say things just to get Robert to make that face.
Oh God.
I don't know. This car actually feels legitimately kind of menacing because you can't kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like it can
This
come
is-
back from anything. I'm pretty sure if you took it to a junkyard and used like the compactor thing and you made it like a cube, it can just puff out from that and turn back into its exact shape and size. You can't kill Captain Clown. That's what I'm saying.
It's true. This is a very different ending to this character. In the book, it's kind of like a Shining situation, I guess, where he gets to be kind of redeemed by the end and reject the car one last time, but still dies even then. While here, like it's much more of like a tragic. These two beings are going to be together, and one of them dies kind of accidentally.
And Chrstine actually mourns him.
Yeah,
for a
she's got like a
second.
little moment where she mourns that he's dead.
She said, and we talked over it, but is the idea during like that whole action sequence that we just assume that Arnie's not in the car, but then the reveal is he is, and he
They're
is
trying
one
to
with the
figure it
car.
out, I think. So some shots where they're like looking and like it's kind of blacked out on the windows.
I
You
was
can't
wondering
really
about
see.
that too.
Because there's earlier sequences where you assume the car is just driving it by itself and Arnie's not in there, but maybe he was the whole time. Like they keep that ambiguous.
I was actually going to ask
Mhm.
you about that, Austin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's very much not in those like attack scenes in the book. He's not even in this scene in the book.
Oh,
Uh,
What you're saying earlier is like in the book he rejects Chrstine and then Chrstine kills
yeah,
him.
he and his family leave, and then the ghost like goes from Chrstine to their car and crashes their car on the highway, and that's how they die. It's him and his whole
Okay.
family in the
so
book
you
that
can't do
dies.
that at
Very
all here
different.
because we've changed what it is.
We've changed what it
Mhm.
is, yeah, but I think this works better, like for me personally.
No, it sounds like what you're describing in the book is actually, in a weird way, at least with that ending, more like the black costume when he rejects it, except
Yeah.
he actually dies.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas here it seems like
That's a good call.
he's almost paying for that. Where it's like you brought this on yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I want you to do it. I want you to hit me.
or like whether he can be held responsible for anything he does in this or not. It's like you walked into the trap, and so now that you're sucked in by that, you're this all roads were always leading here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. No, he has to pay for his sins.
Yeah, and
Which
it's
also
again
makes it very
just that,
fairy tale-ish.
and again, it's also that toxic relationship thing of how responsible are you for like what your partner is and turns you into.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I like that he's the accomplice that's in the car. You know, like in like a heist or a bank robbery or a murder or something. Like, oh, see, this is my question: is can it come back from something like this?
Let's try she's trying.
Oh, this is cool. No, Austin, this is all a lot more ambitious than I was expecting from this movie.
Yeah, and this couldn't have been a giant budgeted movie because Carpenter never really got to do that. Like, The Thing is his highest budgeted film, and I think it's like 15 million.
I love the way the front of the car looks like it's almost naturally emoting. Like, it looks sad.
Mm-hmm. But it's like before you had, like the evil Jaws. Now it's
They did it. They did the thing.
Yeah. No, when you said it, I was laughing because I'm like, I know that's where it's going.
Like, I'm wondering if right before credits it just starts to puff out. And... even if it doesn't, if you had made a sequel, that's exactly what you would have done, right? You go, we need this car to come back.
You'd probably even open it here, yeah.
Yeah, you'd just open with it. You could do the opening credits over it's puffing out. I love that you can still see some of the grill in the front of it.
Mm-hmm. But I say, okay, now drop it in some molten metal or something. You got to melt this.
John says they did this on $10 million. That's astounding, even in 1983. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, there it goes. It's got to puff out. Perfect.
The chest piece.
That's what
it wobbled.
Yep, I was just thinking that.
Her name is Chrstine.
Was it a dream or was it not a dream?
Yeah, and in the book, it's like a whole thing where he's sitting at home. I think like a couple years later, like it's some time's passed, and he's reading like the news, and he's like, oh, like car crash or whatever that claims lives, and he's like, oh my God, Chrystine's back, and she's gonna come and get me. And it's like kind of ambiguous in that way, but it's very different.
Mm.
And then you end with
but Daniverse says I was wrong. It's Big Trouble in Little China and Escape from LA are his biggest budgeted films. Oh, okay. I guess it was just The Thing was the biggest at the time then.
I really like that we book him with a song.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good call. You guys, I think the word of the night with this is just elegant.
Yes, absolutely. Which is what I'd say about a lot of John Carpenter's work.
It slides like a car or a Panaglide camera.
And one thing
now
that
I want Robert's Steelbook.
Yeah, I mean, you should probably get the 4K, but because I just have the Blu-ray, but it's cool.
I don't even have a 4K player right now. It's fine.
Okay, that's fair. But one thing I thought of during that finale is, this has some of like that 80s Spielberg quality to, where it's kind of an effects showcase, but done in such a different tone. But just thinking of like Back to the Future and all those other movies, it's like you can totally see.
Which I know Spielberg.
Yeah, or even Poltergeist.
It was really involved with, yeah.
But like you could see the PG, more family-friendly version of this movie about an evil car that teens have to stop, because it has those qualities, but with such a different tone.
Well, the main thing that makes it not okay for younger audiences is just all the sex talk, really. Like even more than the kills.
Yeah, and the swearing.
Yeah, just kind of like a general vulgarity. No, I mean, like in terms of violence, it's not too far away from Halloween. It's
Right,
not really
yeah.
like a gory movie.
I think it's tamer than Halloween.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Although we talked over it, so I might feel differently if I was just watching it. I don't know.
No, I
Well,
mean,
part of
there's
that is
such
the
different
kills are so
kinds of
quick.
kills.
It's hard
Yeah.
to compare them.
Yeah.
It's like you're talking about a guy stabbing people versus a car killing people in lots of different ways. Like if you think about it, we have. That's one of the reasons to do this, I guess, is just all the variety of different ways a car could kill you if it was sentient. Because we've got everything from asphyxiation to running you down.
Mhm.
But no seatbelt kills, which I was really surprised by.
Well, that's what's interesting though is we don't, for the most part, overly anthropomorphize Christine that way. Like you'd think you do that, like with the seatbelt and
That's true.
but it's more just an evil aura around it in a lot of those scenes.
Yeah, it's a lot more subtle that way because there's this
Mhm.
like it does little things where the front of the car kind of remind you of a face, but it doesn't go full on. It's a face.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
It doesn't like fully metamorphize into something else.
Yeah, it doesn't just like become cars.
Well, this is the prequel to Cars.
Ka-chow! It's me, Christine.
I would take the Cars sequel that is just Christine but everywhere. Like,
When somebody said earlier, Futurama's got a good parody of this, where it's like a werewolf story, and then you find out that it's Bender that's the werewolf, and the wolf part is Christine, where he turns into a car. It's awesome.
you know what's really
That's
funny
really good.
though? Dr. Manhattan is Christine
Hmm.
because in Saturday Morning Watchmen he turns into a car.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. At least Christine can't give you cancer, but she might also have lead paint, so maybe she can.
She can make you asphyxiate though if she wants to.
That's true.
That
But
kind of
technically, anyone can make you asphyxiate, so it's a little different.
So I was really looking forward to this one, and it did not disappoint. I
Yeah. Oh.
that final scene is amazing.
Hmm.
I'm glad because, like, I know some people that are kind of like down on this or are like, it's just okay. I was like, oh, I hope that it's not like too built up for Cap, but he watches it and is like, it's fine.
Like I said, it was just more ambitious than I expected. And it could be one of those things where it's more fun to watch talking over it, where like I might not enjoy it as much if I had to actually listen as much to some of those characters talking. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like this to me is very just like summer movie. Like it's nice and hot out. It's like watch Christine.
So not the perfect Halloween movie, even though you picked it for this Mania.
I picked like that was like most of my picks because not Little Shop, Creature from the Black Lagoon. I would also say is like a very summer movie. Same with Texas Chainsaw. So I picked a lot of summer. Next year I'll pick a lot of winter movies.
I mean, this ends at winter. That's just
true.
like this does cover both Thanksgiving and Christmas at the end.
That is true.
Yeah, it felt right to the season to me. I was really surprised when you said so, but I get that. And then you got.
I
That
think
scene
just
where
I
they're
associate
at a
driving with
drive-in
summer.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's more that I guess. That kind of like Americana type look. I'm like, that's more of like a summery thing.
So we've now watched your whole catalog for this Mania,
Yep.
and you had a really good set of picks. I have overall
thanks.
liked more of your movies than my movies, which is odd. But let me think back for a minute, because I liked Little Shop of Horror so much. I bought a copy. It just came in the mail today. I'm gonna watch it with my family tomorrow night. And
Yes.
then yeah, we're gonna do that for Halloween. And then I really dug Creature from the Black Lagoon. And then this I really liked. And then what were your other two? Remind me.
Caligari and Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, and Texas Chainsaw is not exactly my thing, but like I respected that a lot. And
Mhm.
Caligari is just fascinating. So I mean, yeah, you had a
Oh yeah.
you were batting 1,000 with yours. Well done.
Woohoo. Next year I'll pick some trash for you.
Yeah.
But tomorrow night we're doing The Ring, and I'm excited about that. And I don't think I'll be down on that.
Mhm. No, The Ring's great, and that's another movie I rewatched over the summer, so it's like a little bit more fresh in my mind. But I have the weirdest thing with The Ring where I like that movie a lot, but I always forget certain plot points, so it's almost like every time I see it, I'm seeing it for the first time, where I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, I had that with 28 Days Later.
Hmm. I think it's because there's like the big kind of way they get out of the situation in that. I associate more with the second one because my mom always told me like the second one's about this. So when it comes up in the first movie, I'm like, oh yeah, like I forget that it's also in this. Like I associate it too much with the second movie, even though I haven't seen it. It's just like the one thing I know about it.
I started it once and never finished it. I actually have both on a disc.
Oh, okay. I hope they have a trilogy pack now for Ring, Ring 2, and Rings, because Rings is
Mine might be the trilogy
amazing.
pack, or it might just be two. I can't remember. I'll get it out for tomorrow, and then I'll see. But Matthew Base wants to know if we're taking requests for next year. I'm gonna table that, so stay tuned. Because Austin and I haven't talked about it, but I am kicking around the idea of maybe letting you guys pick two of them, where like Austin and I would pick most of them, and there'd be two in there that were audience picks, but I'm not sure yet. So that would be us picking four, and then the audience would pick two. But we'll have to talk about it and see how we feel about that.
Yeah, I'm cool with whatever.
Well, that was our conversation. Sorry.
John just said that Scream Factory put out the trilogy on 4K, which
cool.
means there's probably a regular Blu-ray version of that too, because Scream Factory usually does that.
Austin, do you have any reviews on Discord?
I didn't earlier, but I'll check again. I also have the super chats from last night that we missed.
Yes,
So
we need to do those. We're gonna open with those, and I didn't think to do that. But yeah, I want to apologize to some super chatters last night because somehow we missed three. We got to the end of the show, and I'm not blaming you, Austin, but I was even like, Austin, do we have anything else to do? And you were like, no, and I was like, I don't think we do either. And then we ended, and then somebody was like, oh, there's super chats. It's like, what? So anyway, sorry about that. We try to never miss those and make sure to read them and respond to them. Obviously, we appreciate the support.
I have two now.
In fact, now I'm paranoid. I'm going to make sure we haven't missed any tonight. I don't think we've had any tonight. No.
No, I don't think so. No.
Well, that's good because I haven't missed any. Anyway, so Austin, yeah, let's go ahead and do the reviews, and then we'll just read those super chats briefly right at the end. I've only got one on Patreon, so why don't you go ahead and start?
Okay, so from Subject 879, aka John, he says, there's stuff to like here, but overall I don't think this is a great movie. Best thing is the effects with the car, worst thing is some of the characters are really underwritten.
And Austin's like, go away, John.
Precisely.
Daniel Davis.
No, I mean some of that's true, but it doesn't bother me as much.
It'd be fun to listen to you guys debate about that. Daniel Davis' favorite thing, I adore the score and the opening sequence. Oh, and the screenwriter of this film, Bill Phillips, came to my high school where he gave a lecture about screenwriting.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Did you get up and say, I need you to apologize for having written Chrstine?
Least favorite thing, the stuff with the bullies is typical King and maybe too predictable for my taste. I had that a little bit. Otherwise, though, I've got nothing.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. From MattBat68, he says, best thing is John Carpenter's direction. Worst thing, the movie can't seem to decide who its main characters are. It gets real unfocused halfway through. I think that's fair. I think that's a place where they're too stuck with the book's structure, because that's very much what that is. That's part of that. We go from first to third to first person again, where you kind of have a main character that drifts off through the second act.
Well, I've always, at least based on my previous viewing of this, I've just seen this as just a trio movie, but it's a trio where one of them turns evil.
Yeah, no,
But
definitely. But I'm just saying, like, I can see
Mhm.
that as an issue. But like, I think that's probably where that comes from. But I agree.
Yeah, I mean, sticking with the Peter Parker metaphor, it does kind of have that, like, what if he just went evil in the first place?
Mhm.
Roboter's the worst
Yeah.
thing. The worst King Bully centric is sometimes they come back. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But King has only written 900 novels. So
900 bully characters
that
that
too.
all pull knives on you and try to cut you.
But it's the jet black knives that blend in with your t-shirt that you really have to worry about. That shot cracked me up. The knife disappears.
Stephen King was clearly like horrifically bullied. And yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time that when I was a kid, I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, and a bully pulled what he claimed was a switchblade on me, and it turned out to be a switchblade comb.
Oh, the classic comb, the knifey comey trick.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Austin, let's hit those super chats from last night real quick.
Yes.
And apologies because
yes.
this will be completely out of context, and we may have no idea what people are talking about, but we do
That's
of
okay.
course want to obligatorily read them.
So I said that I wasn't sure if we did, and you said you thought we did, so I grabbed it anyways. Andy's here.
Yeah.
From Robert Wild, $5. I like.
Oh my god.
I like how this film explores rage as a force of nature. Car accidents due to road rage were at an all-time high at the time, which was one influence.
I don't think we did read that,
That's
actually.
correct.
I don't think we did either. I think we read his first one. I think, if I remember correctly, I think you were like, we'll get to the second one in a second, and then we just never
And we
did.
just didn't. Yeah, sorry about that.
And I had to dip out, so I wasn't watching. So, oh well.
So, sorry,
Here's
Robert.
The film last night
but your
was
point was
28 days later. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't realize that there was like a ton of that at the time.
Yeah.
That makes sense. From Senior Sticks, $2. He says, if you become a zombie, you can do rewind forever.
Well, if you were the kind of zombie where you still had your faculties about you, otherwise you'd just be sitting there going, "Bah," and then somebody else would have to make sure to turn on, the camera and be broadcasting and all of that, and then you'd eat the producer that was doing that, and so then you probably couldn't broadcast forever.
So are you saying that in this zombie world, you go on YouTube and you click on the classic new rewind video, and it starts and it's like "Rah," and then the intro starts and it's like "Rah, rah, rah, rah." Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Beautiful. Senior Sticks, another $2.
Okay, I'm totally
He
making
says,
that. I'm totally gonna do one of those.
you just do that for your Logan video. You never said it would be like coherent.
No, I didn't promise anything.
Exactly.
It's true.
Senior Sticks, $2. He says, G. Romero never existed. What might you call zombies? I think what he G. Romero never existed. What you might call zombies? I think he just meant like he didn't.
Is it a question?
Like he didn't.
Is
call
it a
them zombies?
statement? Is he saying if there was no Romero, would we call them zombies? Is that what he's saying, or?
Yeah, well, it's either that or
We're back into
just
interpret
like
the comment mode.
So the like gears of my brain stopped moving.
Daniel
I like
versus
had like a whole
G.
thing where I was like, it might be
Romero.
this, and now I like can't even vocalize it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Golly
I
gee whiz, Romero. I'm sorry,
yeah,
what, Robert?
because well, I don't actually know when we just start colloquially like start calling those creatures zombies because they're not called that in Night of the Living Dead. I think he
No,
refers to them as
Romero always called them
ghouls.
ghouls. Yeah.
Yeah, and then in Dawn of the Dead, I think it's Peter. He calls them zombies, but like it's one character in the movie that refers. It's not like everyone in the movie is calling them zombies. It's just a thing one character refers to them as. So I don't know when that like really sticks as
Yeah,
oh these are just
that
zombies
as a
now. Like this
concept
is
gets
what zombies
roped in
is.
at some point, but zombies classically, of
Mm.
course, were something else.
Hmm.
So I assume that it's something to do with that.
A supernatural
Yeah.
thing.
Well, like you
Hmm.
get like the voodoo zombies before that.
Mhm.
Okay, great. $2. Weapon of choice in the zombie apocalypse: no guns. And now we have a third person that can answer this.
I want to go with chainsaw. Although I guess that's not a great idea because you got to find gas, and it's loud. So no, that's not a great idea. Okay, I'll think of something else. You guys go.
What was the question? I blacked out.
What
for a
is your
second.
weapon of choice in a zombie apocalypse that's not a gun?
Yeah, you can't have a gun.
Probably I like the baseball bat. You know, with like nails and stuff in it. Or just fire axe. That seems
Robert
efficient.
just
I need.
I was gonna say I
Okay,
didn't want to. I
that
didn't want to
is
go
what
the
we're
Negan
happening.
right. That's why I didn't go there.
Okay, here's the thing. I do not trust myself with like a knife in that
not
situation.
becoming Negan.
That is also true. But like if I have just a little knife, I am totally sticking my hand in that zombie's mouth on accident and getting bit, and then I'm screwed.
Oh,
Like
that's a good point.
I need a weapon with some reach on it is where my head is at. So like give me a big fire axe or a baseball. That's where my head is at because I do not have the finesse.
Yeah, and the problem with a
It does
bow and
succeed
arrow
with the
is you're
switchblade.
gonna run out of arrows.
Yep.
So you want
My-
something. You're right. You want something melee that's far that can put you far enough away. So
Exactly.
I'm thinking of this is mine, and this is kind of unconventional, but I'm gonna go with because I really like bow staffs. I'm gonna go with a bow staff with a blade on the end of it.
Okay.
Because
That's a good one.
it's got reach and you could knock stuff out with it, but you could also stab things from farther away. And have some kind
I
of
also think a shovel's effective.
some kind of a sharp edge at the end of it.
I had mine instantly. Mine is a brick with a piece of rope tied to it. So you can swing a brick around.
I hit myself in the head.
I think headshots would be a lot harder though.
No, because they'd be coming and you'd be like, and hit them in the head with your brick.
Yeah, well,
That and bricks are just funny weapons.
I was trying to think about how like a whip might be effective, and I abandoned that idea. And that's how that works. You just put a brick on the end of it.
But that's the best part about my weapon cap is that like half of it is a whip. I could just
Yeah.
hold the brick part and then whip them with the rope.
Are you good at tying knots?
I'm taking this way too seriously.
Like,
I think
oh, I'm
yours would
okay,
be-
I guess. I'm
more-
not great.
I think yours would be more useful if it was a chain as opposed to a rope.
Well, I thought about a chain, but I thought it might be too heavy. Like I feel like you'd be able to swing it a
Oh.
little easier with a rope.
Yeah, that's.
And then, like I said, then it can also be like part whip and like
I
you
was
can
thinking
also
it was
like
a little
climb
more
things with it.
multi-purpose
You could
than
use it as like a
anything.
little grapple where it's like you have to get to something that's like a second story. You like hook your brick
You
over it.
climb it.
Yeah, see, this is
And then
multi-purpose
gas,
weapon.
like,
I like
sticks
really
out the
thought this
window
out
and
in the
talks to you
3
for a second.
seconds.
Yeah, the question is
Sorry, what,
how
Robert?
long is it? How much rope do you have? Is it like 12 feet?
It's like Doc Ock's tentacles. Like it kind of just depends.
Yeah.
Depends on who's
Yeah.
drawing it.
Exactly. Sometimes it's really long. Sometimes it's kind of short. Exactly.
But what if the brick just slips out of the rope as you're swing at it. Then you don't have
then I'll
brick.
You don't have brick. Well, then I'll just put the brick back on the rope.
Why are you throwing 20
No,
feet?
Dummy.
I actually had that thought. What you do is, instead of a brick, go with a cement block that has the hole in the middle of it. And then you could tie
That's really
it.
heavy.
I mean, it'd be heavy. The brick's already heavy enough, though. But you're right, the cement block would be
Swing a
more
brick
heavy.
around.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd probably have to. Well, okay.
If you could hollow out part of the middle of it, then you could wrap. Then you could tie
To be
the
fair, if
rope
you were
to the side of it, and then really get it taut, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it coming undone, like Robert's talking.
To be fair, though, like with the chainsaw, for example, you'd have to find gas and whatnot. And you might have to replace the blades. Like,
Right.
it would fall under like that logic. Like, you'd probably have to replace the brick every now and then. But like, bricks would be easier to find
Bricks would
than
be easier to
gasoline.
And
Yeah,
again,
like,
it wouldn't be
bricks are
loud.
everywhere.
Like that would be the main reason not to use a chainsaw. Is you'd have a whole zombie horde after you.
No, and you could be stealthy where you just hold the brick and you come up and you're like, bam, and you hit them with the brick.
That's true.
No, my weapon is so many like different things you could do with it. Like it's great.
Well, and actually, I want my bow staff to have points at both ends, and then and have it be like a Daredevil one or something where it like comes apart in the middle, and you have two of them, and then you can connect it.
I see, Cap. Now you're trying to add a rope to yours.
No,
See how effective it is.
No, it wouldn't be a rope. I'm just thinking it'd be cool to have two. Like you could break it into two, and then you could kill like multiple zombies like this.
Oh, okay.
I'm not actually
okay.
competing with yours. I'm just improving on mine. No, you're right. Daredevil would have like a rope. I'm thinking of
That's
somebody...
why when you said Daredevil, I thought you meant like it would have like the rope part.
No, I'm thinking of
Okay.
somebody
I see-
else.
I see
I
what you're
can't.
saying.
I can't think of who that has a bow staff.
Hit Girl in the movies has that where like her sword, she got like the
Disconnects
double-sided
and you
sword,
got
and then she
two.
like disconnects it. Yeah.
That's all I was thinking.
I am gonna tie a rope to my fire axe so I could throw it into a zombie's head and then pull the axe back.
Yeah, except you're like, oh no, my knife it went into my hand. You're gonna pull the axe back and get the other side of it in the brain. Mister, like, oh, I don't want to swing a brick around. I'll hit myself with it.
When we're in the zombie apocalypse, we are clearly a trio to be reckoned with.
Yeah, we're a real fellowship.
Well, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We've got one more of these to do tomorrow night. It will be Halloween, so I hope some of you guys at least will have some time to come out and hang out late with us. We'll do this at 10 o'clock again, or possibly a little after, just because I'm going to be watching a movie with my kids right before that. So if we've got to put it off a few minutes, I'll let you guys know. But anyway, thanks everybody for doing this. Sure appreciate it. And Austin, thanks for watching 2 full weeks of movies with me, man.
Yeah, this time I got to be here for the whole thing.
Oh, that's right. You did have to deck out for one of the DC ones, didn't you? But it was just one.
Yeah, I think it was maybe like a full day. I think I missed one day.
You missed, I think it was only one movie, though.
Oh, maybe.
Right? Because it was Blue Beetle,
Yeah.
I think, is the only one that you missed.
Oh, that's right. It was just Blue Beetle. I think I was supposed to miss the last 2 days, and it worked out that I didn't have to.
Or maybe we did 2 that night and Brandon was only here for the one. I can't remember now.
I think that's maybe because maybe you guys did Blue Beetle and then I joined you for the one after that.
I think maybe that's what
I
happened.
don't remember now.
Yeah, that
I'd
makes
have to go
sense
back
to
and
me.
I don't remember what was.
Nobody cares
'cause
but us.
Nobody cared. Was Aquaman 2 after Blue Beetle? Because I was
No,
on.
because Austin was here for that one.
Okay.
Which that was after Blue Beetle, though, because Aquaman's their last
Right.
movie,
Right.
and Blue Beetle's their second last. So
So maybe we did one before that same night, and then Brandon came for Blue Beetle. I don't remember. I have to go back and look.
I don't remember. Check the sources.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for watching as always, and Robert, thanks for being here, man.
No, I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.
I enjoyed
even though you were so burnt out.
It's fine. I had a lot more to say about that movie than I was expecting. I enjoyed talking about it.
yeah, we got to talk about all the iconic scenes, but there was no iconic grocery scene.
I'm glad you got to read all of the cover of your steelbook.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole reason I was here.
You really could have just left after that. You didn't have to stick around.
I never thought I would ever say, could you please, we'll wait a few minutes so you can read the front of your steelbook. We'll see you later, folks. I was Captain Logan. We had Austin the Day Ghost.
See you, folks.
And Robert Wild. Bye, everybody. Robert Chain saw, what was it?
Chain with a brick at the end of it saw.
What was the last part of it though? I gave you a last name. I can't remember what it was.
Was it Gilman?
Yes, Gilman. That's what it was. Chainsaw Gilman.
Gilman's Gone Wild.
Gilman? I can't remember now. Whatever.
I don't.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye, folks.